Hello, Libra, and welcome to your weekly reading. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be looking at what you need to know about the week ahead, the energies that are at play, asking for guidance from your angels, spirit guides, light beings, all those that walk with you to best understand how to support you in this week. Hi, my name is Chandraj, and welcome to my channel. If you are new to my readings, then welcome. And if you're coming back, then welcome back. It is so good to see you. Okay, let's get started. In asking for clarity and guidance for Libra, calling on their spirit guides, angels, all those that walk with them, calling upon their voice and guidance in this reading to be present as I call upon and ask for this guidance, asking for clarity about the week at hand and the predominant energy of the week for Libra. What is the predominant energy of the week for Libra? Asking their spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. What do we need to know about the week at hand? The Hermit. This is a week of looking within, seeking the creative potential and the fire, the spark in the darkness of this new moon in Taurus that's present, so that you can get a greater understanding of the big picture, your long-term goals, and seeing this benchmark that's happening. Astrologically, these benchmarks of Saturn and Venus being conjunct, Mars and Pluto in opposition. We might talk a little bit more about that, but this is a turning point. You need to be within and with yourself to see, okay, where do I want to go on the landscape of my future? Now, this makes me curious about how things have been going and what we need to know about recent events. For Libra, asking for clarity and guidance from their spirit guides, their helpers, ancestors, and angels. Tell me more. What does Libra need to know in perspective about recent events? What's been going on? Thank you. King of Wands. So you've already been taking the steps to position yourself in having autonomy and feeling complete in some aspects of your life. Taking new direction in career. It's also with the Hangman, King of Wands and the Hangman. But there's certain things that are being asked to be relinquished in terms of profession, in terms of what you care about, your joy, your passion, what you bring to the world, to open you up, Two of Wands, to new possibilities. So maybe some of you are going through some transition in your role and work, from one thing to another, realizing your own inner passion, listening within in that, and seeing new possibilities that are opening up, seeing what you want to build. Okay, now I want to know more about what is present and available for Libra. Thank you. Asking for clarity and guidance. Thank you very much. About what Libra, When you say thank you, when you give gratitude, look at how much you receive. Okay, let's make sense of all of it. Oh, okay. Let's look at all of it. Queen of Cups. This week is tuning into those feelings about what's been changing and recognizing justice. The universe is on your side, Libra. It's trying to recalibrate everything. Getting you King of Swords, clearer, more into this distinctive, okay, I can respond to change. I know what I want. I'm rooted in my emotions, but I'm able to operate from a higher sense of self in relation to the recalibration in my life. In the Moon, there's an energy that is out and about for everybody. Everybody's questioning what's going on. What needs to change? Why is this thing that's not been working? Why is it no longer working? It's bringing you 9 of Cups. Nine of Cups. It's bringing you deeper into what you really want. And you're perhaps needing to respond to some change and some new developments around with the Tower. Page of Pentacles, around how you have support, where you get your resources, your income, where you live, all of those earthly things. There's some things that have gone. It's time for change. Did you think about what you wanted? Because now we're creating these new windows and opportunities for you to explore them. These are some things available this week. Something's shifting. Something's shifting for you. I think it's time to petition our angels and spirit guides for guidance on this, getting more clarity. How do we respond? And what's going to help to uplift you into that higher capability. You got immediate answers today, Libra. It's all just like happening. Jewel Cole. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Okay. So we have to, in response to what's moving, take things as they come. We can't just take all of it on. Especially when we are looking out into the big picture in the next 10, 20 years. That's not all going to happen all at once. You got some time to get there. But this is a juncture moment for you. Taking one step at a time. Remember that you're on a path. Remember it's a journey. There's no destination. There is a destination, but right now we're on the journey. That's life. Life is the journey. Let's just say that. And with that, I'm going to ask for some more advice. For Libra, what do they need to know about where they are going? Well, first, more advice for Libra. Calling upon advice from their angels, spirit guides, light beings. These cards are just flying out of my hands. Okay. Let's look at this. Okay, yeah. So anything that seems that it's changing or that's rearranging, it's repositioning you to have a greater ask in what your worth is. Maybe there is, maybe you are the one that needs to facilitate this change and say, hey, I've been like taking care of a lot of this stuff. I'm really holding space for other people right now. I need a little bit more to get things going. And you staying rooted in that, doing what you need to do to keep your foundations, to conserve resources in a time of massive change, massive conflict, and of those things. It's time for you to assert yourself to keep everything stable. Especially as you're transitioning from one role to another, one life stage to another. Whatever this transition is about that keeps coming up in this reading, it's time to be assertive, coming from that place of knowing oneself in order to have that ask. And there's a healing that's in that when we claim our own worth in the ask. You might be surprised by what you receive. Okay. Now, I'm calling for clarity and guidance for Libra on what is up ahead, what is coming next, what do we need to know? Thank you. What do we need to know for Libra in the week ahead? What's coming next? Calling upon their ancestors, spirit guides and angels, all those that walk with them, all those that support them. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Whatever needs to change, like let that fly. Follow through with it, because there's a new world of abundance, the gifts of Venus. Venus has something to impart for you now. It's been in the works. It's moving forward. Especially if you work at all, this isn't everybody, but if you work in like a corporation or a company, there's some big changes that are happening. That can happen, some rearrangement or moving on to greater things. If you have your own business, if you're a teacher, or if you do something for yourself, well, this is what this is talking about. What's available moving up is for you to follow through with some of the things that you have set in motion. And got the Three of Cups, got the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords. There's like this other piece about you being able to find joy in community and love for the self through all of it. Maybe you might be really hard on yourself right now. And there's no need to be. These are stories that the mind are expressing, trying to hold you back, trying to keep you from asking for more, recognizing that there are things beyond yourself. Great potential for some healing. Be open to some new opportunities. The Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands. There's some new opportunities coming up for you. Someone is wanting to give you opportunities, perhaps. Be open and focusing on that, because you're worth it. As I look at everything and we see with the Hermit, this pivot moment, this big shift, and having to start with recognizing what maybe do I need to release and let go of in what I've pioneered, what I've built for myself. That knowing that these reconstructions are a part of the greater plan of the universe to recalibrate. Sometimes we're given a lot and then we have to balance it out, or we haven't received enough and there's going to be a balancing out. There's always a balancing that happens. And it's coming down to you knowing what to release, and then knowing, okay, what do I still have? What's coming up and what's becoming available for me to shift into? And then getting really into that. Advocating for the self. And recognizing that you're being nodded into a transition. It's a lot of wands here, so I am, it's usually a lot about like career and work and what we do in the world. So, yeah. A lot of that, a whole lot of that. But our ability to be out in the world and to receive what we really need to receive and to be able to be confident in transition comes down to our ability to love the self and embrace the self and to be kind to the self, so that we're open and able to fully seize opportunities as they are presented to us and what's coming. Well, Libra, there's a lot of transformative potential this week. I hope that this reading has been helpful for you, and I hope that you have a really good week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.